Turn me up, yeah, I see. Everybody hit the dance floor, get with me. I'm burning up, and I'm in demand. Also says it's good, your woman and your man. I'm feeling good, baby, and I'm feeling free. And yes, I'm young, gifted, and black, so just let me be. Come get a taste, pretty baby. Let's go and stuff. If you want more, you can turn me up. I'm feeling wonderful, doing big things in my life. Let's call it what it is, my own personal paradise.
Hey everyone, it's Alex back again. Yeah, more vinyl finds. It's crazy. It's all I ever do on this channel. I am wearing my hat again. My girlfriend kind of had, she kind of complained when I uploaded a video without me wearing a hat. And yeah, I did say in the last video she ruined my haircut. That's not quite true. She made it a bit. She did it once. She didn't do it how she wanted it, so she had to do it again. It just turned out a bit shorter than she anticipated. She's normally very good at doing hair. Just a couple mistakes here and there in my hair. Anyway, let's not talk too much because I have a lot to get through. I'm going to start with some CDs. Yeah, I know, I don't normally show CDs, but Poundland, a shop here in England we have where everything's a pound, kind of like the dollar store. They had some, they actually had decent CDs for a change. They normally don't, but they had some decent stuff, so I picked some stuff up. Mary J. Blige, Love and Life. Decided to grab that one. Janet Jackson, Design of the Decade, her greatest hits from 86 right up to 96. More good stuff there. Snoop Dogg, Rhythm and Gangster, the masterpiece. Famously has Drop It Like It's Hot on it. That's that album. Taio Cruz, the Rockstar Collection. This album was big back in 2010. I remember playing this to death, so nice to have that one back. And then my girlfriend picked this one up for me from Poundland. It's Decade by Duran Duran, which I didn't have, so that's nice. That's it for CDs. I don't know where to go from here. New vinyl. Let's go with some new vinyl. Let's kick it off with two albums that came out the day I went to see the 1975 in London, so I couldn't pick them up on release day. I did pick them up a bit later though. First one, King Krule's Man Alive album. There. Yeah, I'm going to start taking them out of the things to avoid glare. There's the inside. Pretty cool. King Krule's nice, kind of quite chilled. He's got quite a raspy voice, but I really like his music. Comes with a printout of the artwork inside, very nice. And then that's the inner sleeve. I dropped that on the floor. Whoops a daisy. Didn't mean to do that. Thank you. Yeah, that's the inner sleeve there. Yeah, great stuff on XL Recordings, I think. Yep. So it's an independent label, but I did opt for the white vinyl copy of this as it was cheap, and I am a sucker for coloured vinyl. Just in case you're new to the channel, if there's a coloured vinyl option and it's not too much more than the black vinyl edition, I'm going to go for the coloured vinyl edition just because it's coloured vinyl. I love it. I'm a sucker for it. So yeah, that's that one from 2020. And also from 2020, I did manage to pick up the new Ozzy Osbourne album. My God, that's a lot of glare. I did leave this one in the shrink wrap, literally just because of the hype sticker. But I managed to pick a copy up of this, and yeah, much like the King Cruel album, I did opt for the coloured vinyl edition of this. However, I had to pick one I wanted because there's so many different variants. I opted for the black, white, and grey marble vinyl, and it's pretty. It's kind of clear, but kind of not, if that makes sense. But yeah, Inner Sleeve has all the lyrics on it. Could potentially be Ozzy's last album, and as I didn't have any Ozzy solo stuff in my collection yet, I figured I might as well start with the most recent, and as I find more stuff, pick them up. So yeah, there is Ozzy Osbourne's Ordinary Man album from 2020. Next up, one I showed on my Instagram. This is the new album from Jose James. This is No Beginning, No End 2. A follow-up to his previous album. Well, not his previous album, but obviously No Beginning, No End 1. This is already in my top 3 albums of the year. This is an incredible album. Not a bad song on it. 2 pieces of vinyl. Yeah, that's the label. It's just black vinyl because I don't think there was a coloured edition of this one, but very, very nice album. Very, very good pressing of this. Amazon kind of messed it up a little bit because when they delivered it, it came damaged, but I'm not that bothered because the cover, I can't play that. So as long as the vinyl's fine, which it was, I was happy at that. So yeah, that's Jose James's new album, No Beginning, No End 2. Next up, we do have a few more new albums. I say new, these are ones I bought brand new. Kicking it off with the 1975's debut album. Yes, for someone who used to hate 1975, I now have their debut album in my collection. At one point I'll have them all, but this is the 2019 reissue of this album. It originally came out in 2013. Decided to grab this one because it was cheap and it's the HMV exclusive white vinyl. There's one of the inner sleeves, and this is the white vinyl. Yeah, white vinyl again. That actually sounds really good for a white vinyl, for a coloured vinyl pressing. I know white vinyl can have its problems, but this sounds really good, so I decided to grab that one. HMV exclusive there. So yeah, 1975's debut. After seeing him in concert, I've got to admit, not only was it one of the best gigs ever, but now they're hands down my #1 guilty pleasure, so I had to pick up that album. And I have a soundtrack here because I want to get my soundtrack collection up a little bit. You did just see a little clip of it there. It's the Shrek soundtrack. I don't know how well you can see them songs there. You can kind of see them pretty well. Smash Mouth, Eels, more Smash Mouth, the Proclaimers, even right down to Eddie Murphy. So yeah, there it is. Shrek soundtrack. It's the first time it was issued on vinyl last year, so I had to pick that up because it was in HMV's sale box. Grabbed that one. Now, that's everything new I picked up. I do have some things I picked up on store credit. But before that, I have a freebie from work. And yeah, The System, The Pleasure Seekers. Love this album. Very synthy, but it's soulful at the same time. It's a weird one, because it was never that popular, I don't think, when it came out. It wasn't until later on when it got reissued or remixed, a load of remixes in the 90s, that they started to become popular. So yeah, there's The System. This is probably my favourite System album, not my favourite System song. Is it on here? I Got Run From Danger, I think, must be my favourite on this album. But I do like this album quite a bit, so it was nice to get that as a freebie from work, because they know I've been looking for stuff from the system. So finally have that one in my collection. Now the rest of everything else I'm going to show you here was all picked up from store credit. So yeah, let's just go through them. These are in no particular order, they are literally just as they are. Deep Purple, Come Taste the Band. Didn't have any Deep Purple in my collection, so nice to finally grab some. Did listen to this a little bit at work and really enjoyed what I heard. I think this is not a first pressing, it's a later reissue of this, but it has the inner sleeve and has some of that purple record label. So, oops, just completely destroyed the cover. That's alright, because I can't play that anyway. Yeah, there it is, Deep Purple, Come Taste the Band. Finally have some Deep Purple in the collection. Some more jazz here. Miles Davis, The Man with the Horn. Later Miles Davis, 81 I think's the year on this one. An American pressing, so it's on Columbia, not CBS. The thing with this era of Miles Davis, and I think my friend David Michael will back me up on this when I say this era of Miles Davis is very underrated, because I quite like it as well. His jazz funk stuff I think is incredible. Well, it's not my favourite, it's still good, so I had to pick that up after something out of work. Really enjoyed that one. Next up we have Isaac Hayes, live at the Sahara Teo. I think I'm pronouncing that right. 1974 is the year on this one. Another one I listened to at work. Really enjoyed the sound of this, so of course I had to grab that. I don't have enough Isaac Hayes stuff in my collection, so needed to pick that up there. It's kind of falling apart a little bit, so I do need to fix that, but I can do that quite easily. Yep, I'll get around to that when I can. Right, next up, I picked up a 12-inch single, and it's still in the shrink. It's actually the 12-inch single for Apache by the Incredible Bongo Band. Now, if you're a hip-hop fan, you might recognize the little Congo drum beat that happens in this 12-inch. And actually, I'm going to take it out the shrink because the shrink wrap gets really, really annoying on some of them, especially on 12s. So I'll take that off, and you can probably see that a bit better there. Yep, Apache by the Incredible Bongo Band. Backed with 7 Minutes of Funk by the Whole Darn Family. Now, yes, this is a bootleg 12-inch, but I don't care, because if you take what these two songs are individually, it's crazy money. So I don't mind having both on one 12-inch, even if it is a bootleg. I don't care. I'm happy with that. Next up, one of my favourite artists here, I'm not a huge fan of reggae, but when it comes to Bob Marley, I'm a big fan. So Rebel Music is one I will happily pick up. Um, it has Ride Natty Ride and Get Up Stand Up on it as the two really big tracks on this album. Everything else is really good. This is I'd never see this compilation anywhere, so I decided to pick that up out of my store credit. There's the inside there. Loads of things to read. Some nice photos of Bob as well in there. So of course had to pick that one up. Rebel Music by Bob Marley. I think it's a Scandinavian compilation. I could be wrong on that. But it still comes with its original inner sleeve as well. It's on Ireland. It doesn't say if it's Scandinavian or not, but I think when I logged it into my Discogs it was Scandinavian, so I'm just going to say it's Scandinavian. But yeah, there it is, Bob Marley's Rebel Music. And while I'm talking about Bob Marley, I might as well move on to these. Some 7-inch singles I picked up. Now these are reissue 7s, and they are part of a box set. But I did manage to grab them at a very good price. These aren't from the store I work at. These are from a different store, but I still managed to grab these quite cheap. So I managed to pick up No Woman, No Cry, backed with Duffy Conqueror. Stand Up Jamrock, which is backed with Stir It Up Live. I Shot the Sheriff, backed with Trenchtown Rock Live. Sun is Shining, which I think is probably my favourite cover. And then Jammin' Live on the flip. And then Slogans, backed with The Heathen Live. Yeah, and there is another one in the box set, which comes with a will.i.am remix. But I wasn't too fussed on having that one, so because you didn't have it, I wasn't that fussed. Now, while I'm talking about 7s, I might as well talk about these. I'll try and get through these as quick as I can. Some of these I got on store credit, some of them I didn't, but we'll talk about them in a bit. ELO, Sweet Talking Woman, backed with Bluebird is Dead. This is on purple vinyl, which purple is my favourite colour, so I'm going to grab anything on purple vinyl, which you'll see again in a bit. Yeah, there's that one. Iron Maiden, Woman in Uniform, backed with Invasion. I don't have much Iron Maiden, and because this is one of my favourite songs from Iron Maiden, I had to grab the 7. Nina Simone, My Baby Just Cares For Me, backed with Love Me or Leave Me. Black Sabbath, Hard Road, backed with Symptom of the Universe. Now I think this is still an Aussie era Black Sabbath, but again, it's on purple vinyl, so I grabbed it for that. Aretha Franklin, Oh No Not My Baby, and it's backed with You and Me. The interesting part is it's marked by UKCR, which is a local college radio not too far away from where I work, so I thought that was pretty interesting. So yeah, UKC is the college, and then it's obviously their radio station that used to belong to, so I grabbed that. I grabbed New Order, The Perfect Kiss promo copy. It's backed with the instrumental. I don't have any New Order, as this is one of my favourite New Order songs. Had to grab that. Nice to grab the promo copy as well. And finally, I picked up this 2018 reissue of Gangsta Boogie by the Chicago Gangsters, and it's backed with Why Did You Do It? Which I think this is like proper funk. It comes on the gold plate label. It's like a 180 gram reissue, but I picked this up for DJing with So that was a nice little pickup there.
Gangsta boogie, 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 gangsta boogie.
This and the Perfect Kiss I had to buy from a different store as well, but other than that, everything else was claimed off my store credit. Right, try and wrap this up as quick as I can. I still have a few more things to show, like this hip hop 12-inch, the Black Eyed Peas, Where Is the Love? Not proper hip hop, it's not more pop, but because it's one of my favorite songs from them, had to grab the 12-inch. I won't be playing this out, this is really just for my personal collection myself, but yeah, grabs that one at least. And I think everything else I'm showing you is all soul. Yeah, it is. So obviously it wouldn't be my channel if it wasn't, so you know, let's just show this. Blue Magic, the magic of the blue. American pressing. I think it's on, yeah, it's on Atco, which is a great label. There it is, the yellow Atco label. Nice album, very, very soulful, obviously. I'll try and give you guys a needle drop of this one, because I don't know how familiar you guys are going to be with Blue Magic. There was a song on here I really liked though, and I listened to it, so I'll try and find it, but I'll try and leave a little bit of that as a clip here. So there you go, there's some Blue Magic. Aretha Franklin, Who's Zooming Who, her second appearance in this video. Didn't have any Aretha albums, so had to pick this up. It's 1985's the year on this one. I think it's on, yeah, it's on Arista, so picked that up off my store credit. Earth, Wind & Fire, Electric Universe, one for the Earth, Wind & Fire collection here. I didn't have this one, so, and you very rarely see this one anyway. Nice gatefold there with the whole band. Very, very nice. Beautiful, beautiful copy of this. Again, with its original inner. And I think the label, yeah, it's just a standard CBS label. So, grabbed that one for the collection. Next up, some Johnny Gill. Now, you might not know Johnny Gill. He's more New Jack Swing than R&B soul, but yeah, he's sort of along the same lines as Bobby Brown. I'll try and give you guys a needle drop of this one as well, of my personal favorite song on here, which is Never Know Love. Great song on here, and I think this is on Motown back when, yeah, it is, and this is obviously 1990, so this was when Motown was struggling with their sound and what to do, so I decided to pick that up. Motown, of course, is a label I love, but there's a few appearances on here, such as Karen White, different backing vocals on a couple tracks, and Kenny G does a sax solo on here on one of the tracks. So yeah, I had to pick that up because it's when I had my eye on for a while. So yeah, Johnny Gill, self-titled, from 1990. And I'll give you, like I said, I'll give you guys a little taste of my favorite track on there, Never Know Love. Right, and I'll leave you guys with this one because this video is already dragging on longer than I wanted it to, and I'll probably try and get a needle drop of this as well. But this is the 1980 album from Charles Earland, Coming to You Live. I don't think it's a live album. It didn't sound like it was when I was listening to a few tracks. But what attracted me to this copy in particular was the fact it's a gold stamp promo, so had to pick that up. I'll try and fit a track of this in if I can, and comes with a nice picture of Charles in there. It's the original inside with all the lyrics and credits on there. Actually no, not even lyrics, just credits. That's embarrassing. Anyway, it's quite heavyweight vinyl for its time, and that is what really surprised me. It's on CBS as well, and for a British pressing, to have it on quite heavy vinyl at that time was very, very rare. So, nice to grab a copy of that one. Right, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there was a lot to show. I know the video might have dragged on a bit longer than I wanted. But of course, you've got to stock up on vinyl before we get quarantined. So I've got a lot of stuff here to listen to, just in case, you know, the worst happens. So with that said, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for tuning back. If you're new here, please subscribe, like the video. And if you recognized anything or liked anything of what you heard, leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought. Anyway, that's going to do it. Peace.